How do you tell a woman that raising a black son isn't some type of inside joke crafted by God and some white man? Can you prove to me that they are not in heaven snickering at the soul of a single parent mother dressing her son for graduation, hoping he can make it across the stage, down the aisle, or off the balcony quick enough to not get caught in his skin at the wrong time? I've touched the bellies of mothers who'd abort black boys like thrown overboard slaves, who look you in the eyes like a bluebird awakening to a Holocaust and whisper, "I'm just afraid to raise a black son." A black boy is just a trembling soul suffocating in a fabric that always seemed to make you scratch around your neck, the tag that always seemed to make you itch around your noose collar. How can you tell a mother, holding her son in a delivery room, praying that his skin doesn't get any darker, hoping that it stays as light and deceiving as a sunrise in the ghetto, that her son isn't some white man's pit stop, that her son's body isn't a chamber for some bigot to store his sin and southern accent in, that her son isn't some colored toy for the rich blue-eyed boys? I'm just afraid to raise a black son who will spend the rest of his life praying for a melody or a melanin safe enough to scream in. A son who has to be a martyr for a war that he ain't ever asked for. Loving something so disposable, never said well in the bodies or hearts of mothers trying to catch a break and a teaspoon of sugar on this here land. Mama said the bomb wasn't meant for me. I think it was meant for Pastor Martin because he be having them dreams. Maybe those white men didn't know that little black girls, we be going to church too. And we be folding our hands, praying, and we be taking communion just like their daughters do. Maybe if I wore my church shoes, the bad men would have never came for me. I knew they matched my dress, but they always just be hurting my feet. I be thinking, did God christen the bombs that exploded my flesh into sacrifice? And do anybody be hearing them sacrificial scriptures spoken in tongues claiming Christ before everything went boom? Mama said it only took one man to die for the sins of this entire world. So how did that man let this church tremble on my soul? And I don't remember there being enough holy water to stop the bones, to stop the smoke, or to calm the bones. I remember bones crushed too small to be recycled into anything more than no more. Mama says some heartbreaks just be too hard to swallow at communion, that some church mice be finding salvation in baptismal pools, that some people will be too black and too white to be labeled innocent, that some deaths don't come without fair warning, that some baby girls will reach the pearly gates and they won't be tall enough to turn the handle. But what did I do? I never asked for integration. I never wanted to play with the white girls. I be thinking, like, maybe God was too busy trying to protect Martin to think about us. I never asked for that man's dream. But Mama just keeps saying that his dream just been asking for me. My fairy godmother left today, took up her wings and fluttered away, heard the Holy Ghost hummed a note that rang in her soul, made us believe that there was really something special about a Christmas Eve right in the middle of the ghetto. There may not be anything under this tree, no gifts from three kings, but boy, can that girl sing, holding notes as strong as wooden Baptist church pews with back pockets holding the Bibles and sins of some men who would scurry away but find an early Sunday morning to come back for them, chasing a sound that could turn a pumpkin into a chariot, made us believe that Cinderella could be a brown girl with a chance at forever if she had a little faith and some measuring tape, a little glitter and a whisper that could grant you one last wish or last kiss. God placed you in the dreams of every brown girl with a fairy tale in her heart and a prayer stumbling up the stairs of her throat with no proof that anyone could ever hear it. When we applauded your name, could you hear it? When you were drowning, did anybody hear it? Why'd you have to be the one to remind us that the clock strikes 12? That we die just too soon? That some girls will really end up naked in their bathrooms, that the curtains can just close on a high note, that you can find heaven and a quick fix on the same street in the bricks, leaving you with regrets that will run your throat dry, that will make you take some secrets to the grave, yet can make a flower blossom right up out of concrete. Nork unfolded her baby back into its soil, placed you between her palms and a psalm, a black girl with faith as blind as the wind, yet as real as its whisper, forcing us all to remember that God can look at you, sins and all, and still think you are beautiful enough to die for. Whitney, I believe in miracles because of you. Promised to tell my daughter about you, about the day that God turned 1,000,000 mice into men that will carry your body to the gates of heaven. I believe that there is a glass slipper and a pair of wings for you and every girl from Newark with a dream. That it is the most beautiful, beautiful ball, beckoning us all to just dance with somebody. I know that Gloria Brown lives on South 14th Street in the South Ward. She served as the lunch lady until she retired. Every day at 12 p.m., she gave Calvin Chambers an extra milk because he was my little brother's best friend and our next door neighbor. She fed Calvin Chambers until he was old enough to go to high school. Calvin's older brother, Al Tariq, died somewhere in a high-speed police chase. His funeral was held at Cotton. Bergen Street stands like an old man who was an artist back in his day but has since painted his kidneys a whiskey color. Around here, you don't need to be Muslim to say Assalamu alaikum, because when you walk into King's restaurant, there'll be a 4'10" black woman who will ask you for your God and your order, and she don't care if you've made up your mind yet. You got 10 seconds to respond. Assalamu alaikum, my sister. I'll go with catfish, cheese eggs, cheese grits, wheat toast, and butter and jelly with an uptown, please. I come from a home that always had enough home to come home to. A city that sometimes only responds to its Muslim name. A city that holds its babies tight on the 27 bus because it's going to be 4 more months before mama gets a new car, so back door bus driver, back door, we got places to go. The Source of Knowledge bookstore be the only bookstore downtown, and they'll tell you about Broad Street before all the white folks got here. It's summer 2020, and all of Benet and Tyrone's 3 black kids graduated from college. They keep their diplomas in the china cabinet, and when they cook, they wear one of those "My baby went to a good school" t-shirts. And the water ain't clean, but Joyce is. And she been clean for a minute now. Got an apartment and sees her grandbabies every week. And the Leslie Street Block Association still has block parties. They be a group of old black folks that never got too scared of their grandbabies to celebrate them or to pray for them. So Miss Shorter gonna have a cookout, Keisha gonna have a cookout, Uncle Charlie gonna have a cookout, and you ain't gonna worry about the roaches because mama said everybody gonna stay in that room and ain't nobody gonna lift a finger or move a muscle until she say so. And the street gonna be blocked off. And the city gonna sing, and the people gonna listen to the electric slide, and Nana's gonna listen to trap music because all of her grandbabies are in the same backyard at the same time, and the street lights will come on. And your daddy gonna stop by, and he gonna bring you your new bike, and I promise you, it's gonna be 8 p.m. until the sun comes up, and Nana made potato salad, and she mixed it with her whole arm. So you better stop by here now, and you better get you a plate. You look hungry. Like that girl don't make you no fried chicken or macaroni and cheese. Like she don't fill you on the inside. Like you haven't had a home-cooked meal since your mama died. You look like you lost the psalm in your own song. Like you want to talk to God, but you're afraid because y'all ain't spoken so long. Do you tell your daughter about me? How we were bittersweet. So never mess with entertainers because they always leave. That he'll get on and he'll leave your ass for a white girl, and he'll give her your style, your language, your waist, damn near try to give her your face, and somewhere in his post-traumatic twisted fantasy, he'll make it all okay. But what's the worth in loving a man who's lost his smile anyway? When Kim fucks up the lyrics of the college dropout like them white folks used to fuck up your name, do you pretend not to notice? Do you regret the Marilyn Monroe in your decision and wish you could have taken Billie Holiday as your bride? Do you ever want to run back to your wedding day and have it all over on the South Side? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and just think that she wasn't the right girl? Like maybe you should have found one of them I like art type girls. Can you hear all the black kids calling your name? Wondering why the boy who rapped about his mama getting arrested for the sit-ins didn't sit in. Why he traded in his Nat Turner for Ralph Lauren. Do you know how many kids at the protest had your sneakers on? None of them. Do you know how many of your songs were played at the protests? All of them. Could you hear all of the lights, the flashing lights, the new slaves, the runaways on their road to redemption, waiting for Kanye West to have the whole world at attention? Nigga, they got you quiet. Like how come only at award shows he riots? Maybe Jesus was all talk. Jesus never needed Adidas to walk. Why is he outlining sneakers when the South Side is outlined in chalk? Can someone go and find the man who can make a diamond with his own bare hands? We are looking for you. Because these kids still want to be just like you. They want to rap and make soul beats just like you, even though you're just not you. Even though you traded in your spaceship to buy back your 40 acres and a mule, purchased the plantation and master's daughters too. Nigga, why you got these white folks claiming you? Like they built you, like they made you. Like they polished you, like they readied them a good nigga for the picking, like they got you for sale. Oh, how they love Kanye. Let's put them all in front of the store like you their black boy. You forgot you black boy. They got you lost in this world. You getting blackmailed for that white girl. You don't see how your lives is affecting me. You don't see how our lives were supposed to be. And I never let a nigga get that close to me. And you ain't cracked up to what you were supposed to be. I guess it's bittersweet poetry.